Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about module number 2, that is line parameters. Here we are going to discuss about that introduction to line parameters and transmission line constants. So module number 2, that is transmission line parameters. So as we know that we are transferring that electrical power from generating station to receiving end station. Normally we are transferring that electrical power from generating station to receiving end station via overhead transmission lines. The overhead transmission lines are associated with the parameters like line inductance, line capacitance, line resistance and line conductance, because the transmission line conductors are called as bundle conductors. These conductors consist of line resistance, line inductance, line capacitance and line conductance at per unit centimeter of the given conductor, because these line parameters like line inductance, line capacitance, line resistance and line conductance all are distributed parameters throughout that given length of the transmission line, which is constructed between the generating station and to the receiving end station. So these parameters, whatever it is distributed like line resistance, line inductance and line capacitance, which are distributed uniformly, so distributed along the total given length of the transmission line. The conductance between the conductor and the ground accounts that leakage current at the insulators of the overhead lines and through the insulation of cables, because insulators are plays a vital role, especially to separate that line conductor, live current and supporting structure. So however it is separating that live current and supporting structure, but there is a small leakage current which is flowing through the conductor and the overhead line supporting structure. So to limit this leakage current, we are properly constructed the transmission lines between that sending end location to the receiving end location, and the conductance of an overhead line is assumed to be zero wherever there exists that small leakage current which takes place via supporting structure and from the insulators. So this is nothing but a single line transmission system, and in this single line transmission system, that is simply called as single phase AC system, which is connected between that sending end location and to the receiving end location. The sending end voltage here it is called as Vs, and the receiving end voltage here it is called as Vr, and here Z suffix L is called as load impedance, and the transmission line constants are distributed throughout the given length of the transmission line. Here the transmission line constants are R1, L1, R2, L2, R3, L3. So the transmission line constants, all these elements are distributed throughout the given length of the transmission line, and there is a capacitance which was existed between the two conductors, either line to line or line to neutral. The capacitance existed at per unit centimeter of the given conductor which is connected between the two successive poles, or the transmission line which is connected between the sending end location and to the receiving end location. So the transmission lines are the circuits with the distributed constants, as we know that like line resistance, line inductance, line capacitance, which is distributed along the length of the transmission line. For better understand, this figure address that the transmission line parameters are distributed for the given length of the transmission line, and the transmission line parameters has been represented as R1, L1, R2, L2, R3, L3, and there is a capacitance at between line to neutral. Per unit centimeter of the given conductor there exists that line capacitance also. So these constants are not concentrated at any point. Their values are normally expressed as per kilometer length of the line. So that's what whatever we are seeing the transmission line parameters here like R1, L1, R2, L2, R3, L3. So where the current is I which is flowing through all these parameters. So for analysis purpose, for simplification purpose, this figure I am going to representing as like this, where all the resistors I sum into the sum of R1 plus R2 plus R3. I express here it as sigma of R. The sum of that inductances L1, L2, L3, here I express as sigma of capital L. where sigma R is equal R1 plus R2 plus R3 and sigma L is equal L1 plus L2 plus L3. Next, capacitance of the transmission line. So, if we want to discuss about the capacitance of the transmission line, because the transmission lines are constructed between the sending end location and to the receiving end location. So, between these two locations where energy is transferred in the form of current through overhead transmission lines. So, overhead transmission lines consist of the transmission line parameters which are distributed uniformly throughout the given length of the transmission line. Therefore, the capacitance is existed at per unit centimeter of the given transmission line. So, either line to line capacitance is existed or line to neutral capacitance is also existed. So, due to that, because capacitance is defined as the amount of charge per unit length to its potential difference is called as capacitance. Therefore, the units of capacitance is called as farads, and we can express that equation, that is C is equal to Q by V here. So, where a capacitance is existed between the two conducting plates which is separated with a dielectric medium. Similarly, in simply the dielectric medium is existed either insulating material or paper, mica or wood or air. Air also acts as a dielectric medium, because overhead transmission lines where the two conductors either line to line or line to neutral which are separated with a dielectric medium, because there exists the capacitance. Therefore, the capacitance charge the conductors when the potential difference is applied between them. The capacitance of the conductor is charge per unit of potential difference is called as capacitance. Therefore, the length of the transmission plays a major role, and it is an important role to identify that for the given length of the conductor, that is the capacitance. If the length is small, for example, the length of that transmission line which is 80 kilometers, length of the transmission line, then the effect of capacitance is negligible, because the transmission lines are classified as three types of transmission lines. One is called as short transmission lines. Short transmission lines are those transmission lines which are constructed less than 80 kilometers. If the transmission line length is less than 80 kilometers, then the effect of capacitance, that is nothing but charging current and discharging current of the two conductors, either line to line or line to neutral, which is ignored or negligible, because the charging current is very small and the discharging current is also small. Thereby we can reduce that complications while we are doing that simplifications or calculations in order to identify or in order to calculate the line reactance or inductive reactance of the given transmission line. So, but for longer transmission line, this effect is predominant, and there is a charging current and discharging current which takes place for the transmission line length which is greater than 150 kilometers, because medium transmission lines are those transmission lines which are lies in the range between 80 kilometers to 150 kilometers. But the transmission lines which are called as long transmission lines, whose length of the transmission line is greater than 150 kilometers, during that interval there exists that effect of capacitance at per unit centimeter of the given transmission line. So, if the effect of capacitance is considered, definitely the calculations are somewhat complicated to identify that unknown charging current, unknown discharging current. So, that's why in order to make that, the calculations are so simple and it is easy to us. That's what the effect of capacitance is ignored for the short transmission lines whose line length is less than 80 kilometers and medium transmission lines whose line length is between 80 kilometers to 150 kilometers. Therefore, these results, that is the capacitance increases or decreases depends upon the charge on the conductors. This results in variation of the voltages. That's what while we are going to calculate the effect of capacitance, because C is equal Q by V. If capacitance increases or decreases, because it depends upon the charge on the conductors. If there is a charging and discharging on the given transmission line due to the per unit centimeter of the conductor, there exists that capacitance. This results in variation of the voltages. So, it is difficult to identify that the capacitance at per unit centimeter of the given conductor. So, flowing in the line. So, due to the change of that is increases or decreases, that capacitance value depends upon the variation of the voltages. Definitely there exists that charging current and discharging current in the transmission line. So, this current flows even when the line is also open circuited. This current affects the efficiency and power factor of the line. Stability of the system is also affected. Thank you.